you elected to kind of shake things up offensively tonight.
Right.
You get rewarded with 16 hits and 13 runs. Kind of what was your thought process in kind of the lineup tonight?
Well, I've talked to the team about, we have a lot of good players that want opportunities, and after the weekend was over, the players that haven't gotten the opportunities, I told them to, be ready and stay hungry. And I just felt like tonight, Vitas Valinkas in the preseason had been swinging the bat exceptionally well for us. He's a mature hitter, and so it was time tonight to put him in there in the middle of that lineup, and he certainly produced. Sean James, I thought, did a nice job of catching on Saturday, so elected to put him back in there, and he had a couple of hits and a big home run. And it was really a collective effort by the entire group offensively. Everybody pretty much contributed throughout the lineup. It was great. I felt like I wanted to get Jacob Parker in there tonight, and he'll get more opportunities moving forward because I think he's a special hitter too. So, but it was a total collective effort, and we came out right out of the gates. Scored 7 runs in the first 2 innings, and it was great to see you get yourself a little bit of breathing room.
Robbie?
Seems like every Mississippi State fan's been asking about Jack Bauer,
Yeah.
and you get to kind of hear the excitement when he came in, even before he got on the mound. You see the hype around him,
Yeah.
what he did in that 8th inning, and obviously the freshman moment there in the 9th. What was your thoughts on what you saw from him just on the surface?
Yeah, I thought, Jack's 8th inning was really good. You can see that he's tough to catch. His ball runs and cuts all over the place. And so I was proud of him. He had a couple of deep counts there and ended up getting strikeouts. And Coach Parker and I talked after the 8th, and certainly it would have been easy to take the young man out of the game so he leaves with a good feeling. But we also need to see what he's made of and what he's capable of. So you're learning something about every guy every time they have a chance to get out there. There's been a lot made about Jack, and rightfully so. And Jack can handle that. It's kind of like in the old circus, like the bearded lady. I don't know, like the places goes nuts over wanting to see him. So, but I think he handled it extremely well. He believes in himself. He's going to be a great pitcher in this uniform this year and in the future.
Sam?
Another big game for Ace, 5 for 5. And
Yeah.
what do you just like about his offense and his swing right now? Not even just tonight, but even just in his first 4 games of the season.
Ace Reese loves to play the game of baseball. There's great players out there that truly don't love to play the game. This guy loves to play the game of baseball. He has fun with it. He doesn't put pressure on himself. He's very loose. He loves being at the ballpark. And the great ones, that's what they do. He doesn't look at coming into the dugout or coming to the ballpark as another day. He's a baseball player, and certainly had a huge night tonight. He's had many of those, and he'll have many more. But special player. He's obviously pretty locked in right now, and it's no secret that he's going to have to carry a big load for this team, and he showed that tonight.
Colin?
Yeah, kind of adding to that with Ace, when he makes that play going around second, really wants the cycle there at third. When you see that kind of effort, what goes through your mind as a head coach watching that happen?
Stay at second base. Was exactly what goes through my mind. But again, loves to play. He's aggressive. He made a mistake. He's in scoring position. You can't get thrown out there unless you can for sure get there. That's his decision. So as we know how we teach base running, if the ball's in front of you as the base runner, batted ball or you're at first base, if the ball's in front of you, you make the decision. So then you don't slow down on a coach giving you a sign. I love the aggressiveness. That speaks to who he is. But it's a learning opportunity for all of them. And I know he was excited. I love his excitement. I just told him when he came to the dugout, he hit the ball too darn hard that the ball came right to the guy. So, but love the way he plays.
Got time for maybe one more, David?
You got a couple good innings out of Duke on Friday night, and he goes back in as a starter this time. What went into thinking of having him come back so quickly as a starting role?
Well, that was our plan all along, was to hopefully pitch him on Friday in a short stint and then bringing him back tonight. Okay, and it worked out that on Friday he didn't throw too many pitches, and we didn't want to get his pitch count too high up today. So, and I thought Duke attacked him. He pitched great. Listen, they have a really good offense, a very, very good offense. We were fortunate that we jumped up 7-0, that they couldn't do some of the things they do. They have 3 guys in the lineup that can really bunt and put pressure on you, but that's hard to do when you're down that much. So just proud of Duke. The pitching in this early part of the season, let's call it like it is, we don't have a lot of experience, okay? And so the more times you get guys out there and get them as many experiences as possible, they start to log those opportunities and grow. And so that's our intention, other than the 3 starters that are starting on the weekend. So just proud of Duke. And, Jack Gleason came in and did a terrific job again in a higher leverage situation. And but I'll finish with this. We have to be better offensively with 2 strikes. We're striking out way too much. Our two-strike approach needs to be better. Too many of the pitches are off the plate that we're swinging and missing at. And so we've got things that we need to focus on and work on as a ball club for us to get to where we want to get to.